Welcome. We are going to design a Scratch program in this format. Can we see this game? Wow. We are going to build a Scratch that will behave in this way. We play this game nicely. As you can see, all is moving, everything is okay. Welcome to Selective program, Selective class. We are looking at want to see a Scratch program on the video. So we are beginning a Scratch program. The first thing we are going to look at, we are going to pick a Scratch. We are going to pick a paddle. We type a paddle here. Wow, let's pick our first paddle. We put it here. Since it's a table tennis or in the form of a pawn game, we shall look for two paddle. We look for the second paddle. Make it easy. We type it here. We get our paddle here. So put that one to here quickly. So we look for the bouncing object, which is a ball, something to be bouncing. This seems to be quite suitable. Let's check. Okay, we pick the ball here, bouncing ball. We can look at the costume and change the size, the shape. Can change. Let's change the color of this ball to be black. I think black will do. I give it totally black. So we are trying to give a color to this. We want to change the color of this red ball. So wanted to change this ball now. Okay. So we just give it this color. Leave it for this color of the ball. Okay, I think it's okay. So we have two different backgrounds here. We have this one white, this one this. I think this is our ball. I think it's okay. Let's go to our code. We just want to show an example. We have this background here, so we can start coding. This is blue background, this is red background, this is the yellow paddle, black paddle, this is the ball. So let's start coding for the black paddle at our right side. So with any click, we begin with an event with any click. Let me zoom in. If I click anything, there should be motion. The both x and y axis, both x and y axis should move 220 degrees minus 220 degrees to 3. So, and should point to the direction, and we want to change the orientation of this. We want to use the bat must be knocking against, it must not be in this form, it must be in vertical. So point to direction of 180 now. Say well, 180 to give you something like this is okay. Can be 180 or can point direction of 0, the same thing. 0, the same thing. See where it is. Very good. This is what you want. Direction of 0 degrees. And we want it to behave in we want to pick a forever loop so that its behavior should be throughout the entire game. So we pick a forever loop. We put it here. So we put 2 of the if loop. We pick the if loop 1. Another if loop 2 again, the same thing. Now we go to the first one. If we want to code this out, that if the ball hit the paddle, it should move up or down. So when the ball hits, so when we press any key, so you go to the motion, return to how it should look. When you press, what are you? Yes, when any key comes here, so go to the up arrow first, up arrow. When the ball hit the up arrow, then what do we expect to happen? The ball hit the up arrow, is to move, is to change the direction by what? 5. Change the direction, motion, the movement. Change the direction by the top is y-axis. Change the direction of the top by 5. So let's see the top by 5. So let's see the top arrow 5. So it's moving a unit of 5. Bring it down here. 5. Okay, it's working. So how this one move by 5, we can only code it to come opposite is what? -5. So you can just pick this, duplicate it, put it here, pick this, duplicate it, put it down there. So this one, as the arrow move up, we can code this one, the arrow should move down. Down arrow, opposite of 5 is -5. -5. Let's see how whether it works. Good, excellent. So 5 -5 is working very good. Can we see? Good. So we've coded for the paddle, the black paddle. This is the black paddle. We coded. Let's paddle for this one. So the same thing. I'll say we should move the same thing to make things easier. To make it easy, you pick this, you bring it under this paddle. Very simple. Very simple. It's a shortcut. So yours is to change the direction. So this one is, this side is negative, the left side is negative, the right side should be positive. So you remove the negative side by minus and you move. You are using 2 keys. The black key we use the arrow keys. The yellow paddle we shall use a W and Z. So if it move up, you should press W. We code it to give a W coding, and should be also unit of 5. Change y by unit of 5. If you move down, we code it by Z. Should move by what? -D. Let's see whether it works. Can we see? Wonderful. So W. So let's activate it. W up, W down. Z. Excellent. Excellent. It's working. All of them are working. Good. Now the paddle can work very well. We coded them. We coded. Let's code everything at once. Let me see. Good. 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 Without wasting time, let's continue. Now let's code the ball or the tennis. That is where the main work is. We click here to code the tennis. As usual, we are going to take if a command of a key, bam, command of a key. Now we must set a variable. Before we code it, we must set a variable for the ball is the main object here. So we set our variables here. We set a variable. Let me look at it once again. This is black ball. I'll say black and red ball. So it's a black ball, red, or black player, red player. So let's say black player, black player, 0, and another variable is what? Yellow player. Yellow player. So we move the yellow player to its place. This is the black player. So we have a variable yellow player, black player. So we go to variable, we set it, we say set variable, the players automatically registered in the Scratch. So we set it player black player set to 0. The same thing, set the yellow player set to 0. So black player is 0, yellow player 0. With any click, both of them assume 0 position. Now let's give it a motion. Let's put it into work. So with a click, what will happen? We expect it to move both x and y direction. This is moving up and down. X and y direction is up and down. So let's go the same thing. So with a motion, let it go x and y direction. The same thing, x and y direction. Now let it be in the middle. If I click, it should be in the middle. Middle is 0, 0. So on a Cartesian plane, the middle is 0. So all of them should be in 0. And what should be the movement? When it is 0, at what direction will it point? So point to direction. So it should be point to direction of what is the angle at which you want it to move. With any click here to move to certain angle. So let's per the movement we agree should move in 45 degrees. That is every angle, so that we can get a perfect game. So 45 angle. So if with any click, it must move 45 degrees. Now, how do you want it to move? We take a forever. We pick a forever loop. So the movement should be throughout the entire program, entire game. And at what step will it move? Go to motion movement, to move in 10 steps. For the scratch, we move in 10 steps. And when it move in 10 steps, it is bound to hit the edges. So let's say something over the edges. Move in 10 steps. So we pick for the edges. So 10 step bounces when it hit the edges, it should bounce. So when you move the 10 steps, it should not disappear. It will move and bounce. Let's see. Wow. 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 So it's moving 45 degrees. It bounces at the edge. Without this scratch here, without this code, it will go, it will never come back. After this code is here, it hit at the edges, it bounces back. Very good. Now we are on track. Now let's put a condition. If a condition, you go to events and you put a condition, a control. You are going to take if program, if two if programs. So if two conditions, since there are two rattles here, we bring two if program here. So when the ball sense, you go to sensing. When the ball touches the paddle, what will happen to the ball? When the ball touches the paddle, so touching, we pick this one. If the ball touches the paddle, there are two paddles here, so you pick the first one, paddle 1, that is the black. Paddle 1 is the black. Paddle 1, black. Paddle 1, black. The ball touches the paddle. What's happened? We want it to move a certain angle, so it must turn. If you want it to change color, which I will code it by this one, the game is supposed to be movement, so it must turn to 30 degrees. So we should move to motion. It must turn 30 degrees. Now it must turn, let's say 180 degrees, which makes sense. 180 degrees, which is when it hits, it to move by 45 degrees, and when it turns, it goes straight to 180 degrees, moving it in a very nice angle. Now the same thing you pick here, you can see when it hits, it turns. So you pick it. You can choose to duplicate this, duplicate the same thing. Then when I hit paddle, this one paddle 2, the same thing. If program, you hit paddle 2, you should also turn 180 degrees. Put it here again, 180 degrees. So let's see how it works here perfectly. So want to see how it works here. Okay, we activate it. So let's see how everything works here. You can see. You can see it moves, it works. Check here. Good, good, good. It locks up. Yeah. So it means that we must reduce the size of our ball. The ball is too big. The size of our ball. Okay, thank you so much. It's working. Now let's continue. Continue the coding. So everything is working here now. Now we are going to give a scoring. Let's give the score. How do we tell it a score? So we still give it a points. With any click, we want to code for the score now. So with any click, the score should be forever. We pick the forever loop because it should continue throughout the game. And there should be a condition for the scoring. Condition for the scoring. So condition, this one do condition for the scoring. So we put this one here. Now, so if the ball touches, now the ball is here, it will touch this racket. So, and if the ball touches, so go to the motion movement of the ball. If the ball touches, go to sensing. Where are you? Yes, when the ball touches, this one is about the color. So we pick a color. Since we color it, we code it with color. If the ball touches the edges, how will it score? We score if the ball touches the edges, then yellow player score. If player black will not able to defend the ball well, cannot play the racket, the tennis, and it hits the bar, then this player scores. So if the ball touches the blue, to match the color very well, you pick here. You make sure you pick your correct color at the edges. Yeah. Touches the blue, what happens? Then player 2 scores. You go to your variable, then player yellow here, then yellow player scores. You say the change, it must change the yellow player score by 1. I think makes sense. If this ball hits this bar, then this yellow player change the score by 1 until, will it be there? No, it must change it until, go to the control, we'll pick the until we come here until, then we go to the sensing, we pick this, and until what, and to what extent it will stop, until it stop touching it again, because to touch it, it will bounce back until touching. Duplicate this until it has stopped touching the yellow one. Since it's the same thing, make sure the yellow color is the same color, the same thing. Good. Okay, let's try it and see. Okay, let's dodge. Good, it scores. We say that. Let's dodge it and see. You want to tell that it scores 2. Can we see 2? It scores 3. We say that. But if I'm able to bounce it back, good. Bounces back, good, very good. But it scores, very good. So the code worked correctly. So it's working. So this is a code for the yellow paddle, it scores. So we duplicate it for the same thing, duplicate it for this code. We use the same code here. So we say if the ball touches, now we want to code this one. So this one is scoring. If the ball touches if the ball touches the red, if the ball touches here, we come here and pick the red, come to the edges here, pick the red bar edges. What happened? Change the black player score by 1 until not touching the red color again. Not touching the red color again. Good. I think it's finished. Let's see that one too. Let's see. Okay. Good. Wow. Excellent. It's working perfectly. Can we see that? Good. Good. It's also scoring. Good. Good. Wow. 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 Very good. So perfectly, the game has been set. Everything is correct here. We put some melodies here to make it more entertaining. I want to put some music in the background. Some music should go in the background. So we coded everything. Everything has been coded successfully. Now everything is working. Let's put the background. We can pick anywhere. We can put let's put a background here. Put some music. You can say when at any click, and we want to hear some background sound or music to flow. Come to the sound here. You play the sound. We don't want this sound, so we pick one of the loop with one of the sound here. No. Let's go back and see which of the sound we like. Let's do the loop, one of the jingles. Okay, I think I love this. You do want this, you pick a background sound for your music, for your game. Yeah, name of the music. I think this one is okay. I love this. So we pick this, come back to your coding. So come to your sound. If you come to your sound, come to your sound. The one we pick, the jungle sound is here. So look at it. You see how it's playing. So, but it's just a short time. So you must want to make it play continuously. So we pick event and speak forever. Should play forever. So we pick forever, we put it inside. So if you activate everything now, everything started working perfectly. Thank you so much. Subscribe to my website. This is Latif. It's a Latif website. Good. Everything is working perfectly. Everything is working as you can see. Thank you. This is a crash program for kids to play at home. Everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. So when you finish, you must save it. You come to save to my computer. So you must save it, give it a name you want to. I will say this is Scratch. I will say table tennis projects successful. This is how I want to save it. Successful thing was built in there. So in a nutshell, subscribe. This is how much, and thank you for watching the video. Thank you.